Hey, what's up, guys? This is Brian, and I'm popping in here before we do the big countdown for all you early birds. I saw there was a bunch of them in here. Teresa Deller, Mojave Martian, whole bunch of you guys, Rosie. Big shout out to all the early birds in here, guys. I'm getting ready. We got a great show in store for you. We're gonna, in honor of Frank Sinatra's birthday, we're looking at Las Vegas and the mob. That's right, but not just Vegas and the mob, paranormal style. We're talking all the ghosts of the mobsters that haunt the Las Vegas Strip. We're talking Lake Mead, the bodies that's been found. We're talking all the crazy paranormal stuff today, guys. I'm getting ready. Who's ready for 420? How about you, Martian Man? Oh, here we go. That's right. Me and the Martian are getting down, guys. Hopefully, you're getting ready for 420. Let's go ahead and start this sucker, and we'll be back. Woo! And we'll be back, guys. See ya.
Get set, because it's time to go with the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. With your host with the most, the man voted most likely to smoke out with a Yeti, Mr. Brian Brown. Mr. Brian Brown. Now sit back and relax, because it's time to go live across the world. Because it's 420 Somewhere.
And boom, we are live. How's everyone doing on this Paranormal Tuesday? Welcome to the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. I'm your host, Brian Brown. We got Rosie the Bulldog snooping around back here, and we got the Yak Yak Man. That's right, the Martian in the house, guys. We're getting down. We're getting live because it is almost 420. Counting it down, guys. We go live every day around 420, 410, Monday through Friday, and we get into a whole mess of trouble while we count down to 420, guys. I'm talking movie Monday. We looked at the movie 8-Bit, the Christmas movie. Loved it. We looked at an awesome strain from, I believe, Smokeland, guys. We did an awesome strain review on Smokeland. Jack the Ripper. nonetheless, guys. And then today is Paranormal Tuesday. It is also Frank Sinatra's birthday. That's right, guys. Old Blue Eyes. I'm seeing Blue Eyes right now. Old Blue Eyes. His birthday today, guys. And you know he's synonymous with the mob and with Las Vegas. That's right. So, in honor of Frank Sinatra, guys, we are going to look into all the mob paranormal events. Every time Brian says, "Hey, guy," oh, it's the new game. It's the new game. You got a St. Ives hand roll blunt and a hybrid, but really good. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Got me my St. Ives. I just got into some prime exotics, guys. But what this is a show that we count down to 420. Welcome one, welcome all, guys. We have a great community, so make sure you're blowing up those comments. Nothing but love on this show, guys. Hey, do I got them handy? I do got them handy. Handy dandy notebook. Check it out, guys. We are starting to make stickers in-house. That's right. Up in our game. That way we don't have to depend on other. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think? Actually, let me hold it up here so you guys can see. Look at that. Look at that. They're a little flat. I haven't done the glossy ones yet. I'm practicing this. These are waterproof. These are all good to go. Real stickers. I got the Healing Center logo in there. Look at that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, so we're starting to do stickers in-house, which means more giveaways. More. Teresa Deller will always have a whole stack of stickers on hand now. And I can actually throw them to actually mail them now. It isn't, it's kind of a hassle to get. You have to order them, they print them, you get them. It's a little expensive. Now that we're doing it in-house, when I need them, I can just print them. So it's all good, guys. Check out the dailydank.com where you can buy stickers, shirts, hats, all sorts of cool stuff. Check it out, guys. You guys know you want to check it out. We got a lot of new shirts coming out, and then we're going to start printing shirts in-house as well, guys. That's right. We're up in our game again, so we're going to have a lot of in-house stuff that we're doing. I figure it's better to have them, print them as you need them. You guys we'll talk more about that in the next upcoming days. But what I want to know is what everyone's smoking on today, guys. What's everyone getting into? I'm getting into some more prime exotics. Check this out, guys. Prime exotics. Let's move this thing over yonder. See if that helps a little bit. Yeah, I guess so. Look at that. Prime exotics, guys. This is another Brian needs glasses moment. I want to say this is a Joker. This is a Joker and a smoker and a midnight toker getting the movies on the run. I know that's not what And who knew Frank Sinatra was in a porno movie? That was a fun fact this morning on 7:10 a.m. Check out that frosty nug. I know the focus. Yeah, check out that frosty nug. Whoa. That's right, guys. Check that out. I love me some Prime Exotics. You can check them out over at 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California, the Healing Center. I hit that. I had to clean up my gravity bone. I'm going to show you guys the freaking wad of resin that was clogging that thing. Oh, just insane. But I need you guys right at this moment to go ahead and throw up what you're smoking on, what you're getting into. It doesn't have to be weed. It could be food. It could be drink. It could be anything that you want, guys. Blow up those comments because 420 is not about weed. It's about peace of mind and about weed. So go ahead, take that moment of silence, guys. Breathe in deeply, breathe out, and blow it up because it is 420. Yeah, that's right, guys. That was 420. How's everyone doing today? Man, blow up those comments, guys. Let me know what you got into. Who had that dab rig? Who had that steamroller? Who had that bong? Who had that pipe? Who had that joint? Who had that edible? You guys know. Who had that Mountain Dew? I had me some Baja Blast today. Oh, so good. So good. Big shout out to Tim W. coming and getting my fridge off my porch. And we donated a cutter for the stickers. He had one of those cutters. So we're professional, guys. We're professional sticker people now. Look at that. So yeah, big shout out to Tim, and he helped me get a Christmas tree as well. Bring it out to middle of nowhere, Needles. Big shout out, Tim. Thank you, thank you. What else we got cooking today? All sorts of stuff. What is today? Today is Paranormal Tuesday. That's right. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, guys, up in LA again. It's my 2-week follow up on the old shoulder. Find out what they did. I still don't know. And I'm going to stop by the whiskey. I'm going to do a video up all up Sunset Boulevard and talk about the history, talk about the bands, talk about just the flair and the what is Sunset Boulevard. We did an interview with someone who talked about the riots. Remember that? Yeah, God, my memory is so shit. That was one of the ones we aired. Talked about the sunset with Steve McQueen. Really cool stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot a video there while I gotta be there. So tomorrow's shows are gonna be pre-recorded. Don't you worry, we're gonna play Who Wants to Be Stone Millionaire. That's right. And I need to call a friend. Oh man, so we're gonna have a good time tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna be on the road early, so the morning show will be pre-recorded, but it's a fun one. It's a fun one. Hope to see everyone there still. Great communication. I'll be on if in between. I'll jump on the chat, guys. So I'll still be on, even though I'm not on the live. So make sure you tune in. Man, I want to give a shout out, guys. 147 people in here. Make sure you throw in those thumbs up, guys. Give me a comment. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Oh, speaking of subscribe, guys. Dank Nation, Dank World Order, all the Dank people. Appreciate you so much. We are over 15,000 subscribers right now, guys. We just hit the 15,000 mark and climbing. This time last year we were at 10,000. So we're doing good. We're doing good. Hey Harley, I'm doing pretty good. Shoulder sore. But I think it's the cold. I'm feeling actually a lot better. To be 100% honest with you, my neck feels a lot better. And I think it was all from like the tendon damage and everything. I think it was all interconnected. So I'm actually feeling better, even though like the soreness and getting it back to normal, hurts a little bit. I know you know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. Yeah, hashtag antlers, guys. Let's give someone an awesome Christmas present with with the antlers autograph, guys. This is from the monster, the guy who played Antlers. I forget his name, but check that out. Beckett certified, guys. Get into that. And then I am going to get with Teresa Deller today about Christmas party, Christmas stuff. We're going to start rolling in the 12 days of Christmas. We got so much, guys. I might start asking for some help. I know, I know it's hard to believe, but I might start asking for some help. I think I'm gonna need it, guys. Anyway, we will talk about that when it's darn good and ready. All right, guys, let's talk about today is Paranormal Tuesday. The Mod Squad, yes, the Mod Squad. We got to give that giveaway too. I got to get with man, so many fires. So many fires. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. All right, guys, let's get into some Paranormal Tuesday action, Christmas style. Oh, hit the wrong thing. That's not the button. That wasn't the button. This is the button. Paranormal. Oh, all right. Paranormal Tuesday, guys. That's what I have keyed up. So, I'll have a better production value in the coming weeks, guys. Teresa Deller. Yes, yes, yes. All right. To start it off, guys, we're not going to get right into the paranormal mob. I want to talk about the top five famous Vegas mob murders to start it off, guys. We're going to get into that. And then the paranormal. Some of these are going to be intertwined. So pay attention. Las Vegas is the gambling. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull that there. All right. We all know Las Vegas is the gambling capital of the world. That is right. We talked about Frank Sinatra. We talked about the different mob influence. You got your Bugsy Siegel. You got all these mobsters that came up. Boy, that was like the Wild West when Las Vegas first became out. My wife stepped on a crack and broke my back. Oh, oh. So we want to talk about the top five hits, guys, in the Las Vegas by the mob. Um, First up, we got this gentleman, Bill Colthrod. During the 1970s, retired FBI agent and Las Vegas businessman Bill Colthrod became embroiled in a feud with notorious gangster Benny Binion. The dispute came from Colthred refusing to extend the license of a premise that Binion owned. On 25th of July, 1972, Colthred was killed when his car exploded after he turned on the ignition in the car park of his Clark County office. It was alleged that the blast was so powerful that it tore a hole in the floor of the car park. Nobody was ever charged with the murder, but Binion has always remained the number one suspect. If he didn't carry out the hit personally, it is then speculated that he almost certainly ordered it to take place. The incident helped inspire the scene from the 1995 movie Casino, where Robert De Niro's lead character Ace Rothen is the victim of an attempted murder when a car explodes with him in it. Man, man, oh man. What do you guys think about that one? That was kind of crazy. Let's talk about Al Bramlett. Good old Al Bramlett. Um, man, the balls on some of those guys too. That FBI agent nonetheless. You know, that is pretty crazy. All right. Like I said, the Wild West, man. We got to do a whole show on True Crime Thursday. Maybe it'll be a Dank World Order exclusive. We'll do about Binion. Super interested in that story. That's not something that we cover a lot, or that I've heard a lot, even on the mob stories. That's too not much. Hey, what's up, Brian's Bong? You guys are the best. You guys rock. All right, up next, guys, let's talk about this gentleman. This is Al Bramlett. Al Bramlett, the Las Vegas mob murders, not much. Do not get much more brutal than that of Al Bramlett, the influential labor leader who was murdered on the 22nd of February 1977, after he had been kidnapped, robbed of $10,000, and killed in cold blood in the Nevada desert. For once, the murderers were found and sentenced to life. The murderers were found and sentenced to life in prison. Father and son duo Granby and Thomas Hanley were charged for the murders. It was alleged that the pair had become angry with Bramlett because he had failed to pay them money owed for an attempted restaurant bombing that had not succeeded. Bramlett had built up a reputation and was launching bombing campaigns against establishments that refused to fall in line with his local 226 organization. That was the violent end for the man who had led a very violent life. Woo, man. That is You hear that a lot about in the 70s, the labor disputes and like the head of the unions and stuff getting involved in, I guess, organized crime to a degree and then getting killed. Jimmy Hoffa, this guy. Um, I don't know, man. Don't mess around. Don't mess around with that. Don't mess around. All right. Up next is the professor off of the show Sliders. Who remembers Sliders? Um, there we go. I think who was that? Anyway, Sliders, guys, check it out on Sci-Fi Channel. The man known as Fat Herbie met his grisly end on January 6, 1977. Oops, 1977. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Um, he had killed in his own Las Vegas home, and it was believed that the hit had been carried out on the part of a joint effort between Buffalo and Los Angeles mafia organizations. Blitzstein had been acting as the bodyguard for a violent gangster, Tony the Ant Soprelto. The murder had believed to be in connected to the anarchy unleashed by Soprotlo himself across Las Vegas during the 70s. The time period is captured in the movie Casino by Joe Pesci's character Nicky Sinatro. Um, a lot of vowels in this one, guys. The Spatrolo gang became labeled by the Las Vegas media as the hole in the wall gang. Spatro's actions during this time would eventually see him murdered on the 14th of June in 1986 in Bennsville, Illinois. Yeah, that's a problem when you're like a bodyguard or a number two to like a visionary guy, like somebody who sees, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a move, man. And it's going to be beneficial for all of us. And, it's going to be good. And all of a sudden, if he fails, your sins will be accounted for, my friend. And they come a knocking, much like our friend here, old Fat Herbie. All right, up next, guys, this one, Ted Binion. This one is the one we're going to cover his murder, but I definitely want to cover his life. I want to cover a lot more of Mr. Binion. I think with our Las Vegas connection, I think we're super close to Las Vegas. I think with our Las Vegas connection, it would be beneficial to cover it. I think it would be super interesting as well. So here we go, guys. Boom. Where are we? Here we are. Ted Binion, the son of violent mob leader Benny Binion, who is the one we need to cover. I got my Binions mixed up. I got my Binions in a bunch, guys. The son of violent mob leader Benny Binion was the center of a controversial kidnapping plot that led to the demise of Marvin Shumate. Sadly, it was not the case of happily ever after for Ted. Oh, on September 17th, 1998, Ted was found dead on a mattress in his Las Vegas home. It was confirmed that he had died from a lethal cocktail of Xanax, heroin, and Valium. The death was made to look like a suicide, but his girlfriend Sonia Murphy and her lover Rick were found. Oh, and her lover Rick. I was like, wait a minute, did they find him? No, were found guilty of his murder. However, a retrial found both individuals innocent. Suspicions fell on a potential mob related murder when just days after his death, it was discovered that Binion had kept hidden stash of 6 Tonys of silver bullion. 6 tons or Tonys? 6 tons of silver bullion, cash, 10,000 rare coins and chips from the Horseshoe Casino. The hoard was estimated to be worth up to 14 million and considered a huge motivation for mob rivals to bump off the controversial businessman. Yeah. Wow, I did not know that. That was not too long ago either. think that would have been all over the place. I don't really remember that. That might have been a time where I wasn't paying attention to the news or something, but wow, crazy, crazy. All right, let's get into this next one, guys. Where are we at? Joseph Klim. Joseph Klim, The Killing Spree. The Killing Spree by Tony the Ant Soprolto by his men already been touched upon on the list. Yeah, that was The Bodyguard. But one of the infamous hits the group carried out was the casino pit boss, Joseph the Red Klim. Saprutra was never charged with the murder of Klim, even though he had been investigated on 6 separate occasions by the police for his alleged involvement in various other killings across Sin City. So Prilto's reign of death saw more murders occur in the city boundaries of Las Vegas across a year period after he entered the city in 1971 to 1974 than there had been over the previous quarter of a century. Klim's murder put pressure on the mob that Sapirto belonged to, and it contributed to the decision to have him whacked by his own men. So he went into business for himself, it sounds like. Or so the story goes. Klim is a symbol of the complete disregard for respect or protocol that Sapirto held during his time as the leading mob boss in Las Vegas. It also showed that under his charge, nobody was safe. Yeah, man. Yeah, you can't. There's certain even what is it? Honor among thieves, kind of. There's a code, man. Um, you know, um, and you got to follow it. If not, like everyone's got to answer to somebody eventually. There's a committee, there's a guy above you, there's a few guys who are on your same level that decide you need to go. That kind of stuff. So there's always um, there's always somebody to answer to and so run consequences for whatever you do. Sorry guys, I was looking at the paranormal stuff for this one. Sorry, I got distracted really high right now playing with making cards on Jib Jab. Oh, good to smoke with you today, Brian. Oh, I fucking missed Lonnie. I was messing around getting the Christmas tree, but gotta get a hold of Nova Mike, man. Can someone add some hours to the day? Can we do 32 hours in a day instead of 24? Man, woo. Then I forgot I had that doctor's appointment tomorrow in LA. So now I'm kind of prepping to get up there and thinking I don't want to do the 1 day trip. That's a big, big thing. Anyway, let's get into some paranormal stuff, guys. McDonald's said it was opening a new chain called Cosmics. Yeah, I saw that. We'll focus on coffee and other drinks, a step that is viewed as a challenge to Starbucks and Dunkin'. Could be. I'm gonna actually go get a adult Happy Meal that they got, guys. We'll do a nice review on it, and be a good time. I'm actually looking forward to that. They got the Happy Meals back, so check that out, guys. Check that out. Cut it out. All right, let's get into the paranormal, guys. The Curse of the Lexor. We are talking Bugsy, Bugsy Siegel, guys. Um, hang on. Oh, the irony. Bugsy. I need artwork. There we go. My bad, guys. Bear with me. We are talking the ghost of Bugsy Siegel, actually, and other Las Vegas haunts, guys. Las Vegas, a city, known for infamy, known for murders. Known, I mean, if you look at how Vegas was established, man, why Vegas was established, you guys would know what exactly. Um, the murder when you have like so much trauma and so much stuff going there, man. It's just a negative energy, and that's going to bring ghosts or whatever you want to experience, whatever you want to call it. I call it energy. Just it's going to manifest because so much had happened there. So we are going to be talking the Lexor curse, guys. The curse of the Lexor. Did you know Bugsy Siegel helped form a mob hit squad known as Murder Inc. We actually talked about that. Murder Inc. We had the son of the mobster who got his throat cut in the chair, who was also a member of Murder Inc. His dad. Was a member there. That was a great podcast we had on that. But Bugsy helped form a murder hit squad known as Murder Inc. Bugsy opened one of Las Vegas' most famous resorts, the Flamingo. The Flamingo had a disastrous grand opening, and the Flamingo Resort was used heavily in the 1960s heist film Ocean's 11. The spirit of the gangster, guys. The Flamingo reigns as Las Vegas' oldest resort still in operation. It hosts thousands of guests every year. Even though its former owner, who's been dead since 1947, Bugsy has been known to linger around his establishment. Reports mention seeing an apparition in a smoking jacket in the presidential suite where Bugsy's hand-selected green toilet and sink are still located. Others have reported seeing a figure next to Bugsy's memorial in the Rose Garden. There has been instance of the sound of disembodied pool table being played in some rooms. No doubt Bugsy was a gambling man, risked large sums of syndicate money to fuel the shaky business. Still, he should have been dealt better. The gamble cost him his life. Let's see. A young kid from Brooklyn, Bugsy started his criminal career at a very young age. He befriended Meyer Lansky, who was another one we've talked about on that podcast, who that gentleman, the actor, who was actually brought up by Meyer Lansky in the mob. We're going to have him back on. I'm going to actually reach out to that guy. They were known as Bugs and Myers Gang. Even develops a successful hitman group called Murder Inc. The coalition performed hundreds of hits on various mobsters in New York. Bugsy and Meyer became major players in the syndicate. Meyer would end up being chairman of the organization while Bugsy and Murder Inc. continued as muscle. Bugsy made a decision to refocus his bootlegging and gambling rackets to California in the 30s. He bought a house in Beverly Hills and began making friends with some of Hollywood's brightest stars like Clark Gable, Cary Grant. And then Bugsy began to look at new horizons in the 40s. He wanted to create a gambling empire in the West. His eyes were set upon a quiet town in Nevada. At the time, Las Vegas, still relatively quiet Western town. Yes, it had expanded rapidly from the Hoover Dam construction. And yes, a few casinos and saloons had popped up as well. But it wasn't near the entertainment Goliath that it is today. Bugsy was hoping to create a gambling boom in the town with casinos as far as the eye could see. Yeah, if you really think about it, that's the dream, right? In New York and all these places, Chicago, gambling's illegal. You're hiding. You're doing this, and you got a place where you can go and just do it in plain sight. Yeah, you definitely want to do that. How he acquired it, that's a different story. Well, he he opened the Flamingo. There was a lot of concerns from the mafia, the syndicate, if you will, that Bugsy was pocketing the money. It led to a lot of unknowns, and the mafia doesn't do unknowns. The budget for the Flamingo, the budget mysteriously became increasingly Big, what was supposed to be 2 million project had cascaded to over 6 million. Syndicate was concerned that Bugsy was pocketing the money. A bad hand. The Flamingo was set to open December of 1946. Bugsy had invited the biggest names in Hollywood to the grand opening. Everything was set. The casino tables were ready. The showroom was full form. The restaurants were ready to serve. The guests had everything they needed for a grand time, except the hotel portion was still under construction. The opening was so the guests couldn't stay at the resort. To top it all off, bad weather prevented many of the celebrity guests from attending. In just 2 weeks after the casino opening, it closed down with hundreds of thousands of dollars lost, and construction still needed to be finished. The Flamingo opened back up in March of 47, and with very low turnouts. Ain't that a kick in the head? In June of 1947, Bugsy was making himself comfortable in Virginia Hills' swanky Beverly Hills home. She was out of town, possibly due to a bad fight she and Bugsy had. Virginia Hills, swanky. He was thumbing through the Los Angeles Times, completely unaware that lone man had just cocked a M41 carbon military grade rifle outside of his window. It's unknown what Bugsy's last conscious thought was. Perhaps it was the sound of glass breaking and the barrage of bullets riddled his body. Or maybe it was thought of him leaving the United States with millions in stolen syndicate money. Maybe he felt a better maybe if he had been dealt a better hand, he wouldn't be bleeding out on the mistress's sofa. But Bugsy had realized the game was rigged from the start. Hadn't realized. The Flamingo today, after Bugsy's hit, the syndicate took control of the Flamingo. It did momentarily well through the next 2 decades. Even made itself a Hollywood star by taking center stage in the Rat Pack's lead film, Ocean 11, starring Frank Sinatra. Look at that, we brought it back around, guys. The Hilton Corporation bought it in 72, and in the 90s, the original building was demolished and updated for the Flamingo Resort was built in its place. So that's the history of Bugsy Siegel and his ghosts, guys, on that one. You know what? You gotta know, like Las Vegas. Let me see. There we go. Also, I want to talk about the next one up, guys. Let me take this off of here. I like that. I didn't realize Bugsy Siegel was killed that way. Um, let's see. McDonald's said it's opening a new. Oh, that's rude. Oh, that's nuts. I thought it said that's rude. I thought Teresa Dell was like, how dare they open up a drink shop? Um, no, yeah, man, Bugsy Siegel. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I do want to cover one other spot in the Vegas area, guys. The Hoover Dam. Did you know the Hoover Dam was built in 1935? The Hoover Dam was originally known as the Boulder Dam. Yeah, you know what? I had always thought that. That makes sense now. Cities throughout Southern California, Arizona, Nevada received significant amounts of hydroelectric power, irrigation water from the dam. 112 people died during the construction of the dam, and dozens more due to illness. That's right. You hear a lot of those stories about the dam and about the workers. Just gonna open for me or no? Had a picture, but it might not work out. It might not work out. Oh no, I guess it will. All right, check it out, guys. Yeah, like when they're building it, guys who are doing scaffold work, getting shimmy down there will fall, and they're pouring concrete. They fall into the concrete and can't get them out. Do you stop building? Nope, you got to keep moving on, guys. So, some of the theories about the Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam and the Antichrist, guys. If you happen to be visiting the Hoover Dam on May, if you happen to be visiting the Hoover Dam on May 8th, 2015, you would have noticed something odd projected into the mammoth structure. A goat. Not just any goat. No, the goat was Hennis, the mascot of the Collins football team. The white goat stretched over The white goat stretched over 420,000 square feet of the dam surface. Why would a German football team's mascot be projected onto the Hoover Dam? Allegedly, someone projected. I thought there was a goat like walking. Alleged the reason of the company tested the driveless truck near the dam. The agency representing the truck is German, and the agent representing the agency is a fan of Hennis and the Collins team. Many people didn't buy this answer. The long-standing theory: the Hoover Dam contains references to satanic rituals, and the Bible text suggests a dam's destruction will be the beginning of the end times and could be the harmless Henny's the goat is the stand-in for Basil Booth, the goat-headed idol of Satanism. Ooh, the haunted Hoover Dam. Theories of the dam's haunting are older than the satanic connections between. They're older than the satanic's connections. Yeah, guys, the satanic one is a new one. But this one has been around for the longest time. Between 1931 and 35, 112 people died during its construction. Legend has it that a few of these killed the few that it Legend has it that a few of those killed fell into the concrete while pouring and now a part of the dam itself, trapped inside forever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they're pouring all that concrete, and back then they didn't have like the technology. What do you do? You fall in, man. What do you do? These souls are likely the ones responsible for the paranormal activity reported over decades since the dam's completion. Driven to stalk the afterlife after the horrific death crippled their chances to cross over. Visitors to the Hoover Dam have often noticed temperature drops in the hallways and lights flickering. They heard the sound of water dripping and foreboding signs of leak and destruction. What are you doing, Rosie? Leaks and destructions, only to find everything airtight and operational as normal. If the theory of workers drowned in cement is just an urban legend, then there's still much more significant case of drowning involving at the dam. We're talking watery graves, guys. The townsfolk of St. Thomas, Nevada, noticed that the Hoover Dam began to rise. So did the waters of Lake Mead government. Officials told everyone they had to evacuate the city in 1935. And now that it's dropping. Actually, it's up and at a decent level now. I mean, it could be a lot higher, but not as critical as it was. Hopefully, we may get some more rains and stuff during this winter, and we get a good snow cap again, and we keep rising that thing. But in 1935, it was so high that they had to evacuate the city. When construction of the Hoover Dam ended and Lake Mead had settled, the town of St. Thomas was 60 feet underwater. No one ever verified to make sure the entire town evacuated. After more than 70 years, the water levels have receded from drought. Now a ghost town is exposed. Parts of the town have risen to the surface over decades since its initial flooding. 1945, 1963, and 2012 offered glimpses of what remained of St. Thomas, but things look a lot different now than when Hugh Lord paddled away in a canoe. In 1938, became the last known resident of St. Thomas to leave. Something always gets left behind. Rosie, do something with yourself. Something gets left behind because there's always something lost in a flood. Sometimes it's a life. For those who had stayed nowhere and had nowhere to go or did out of anti-authorian pride, the town of St. Thomas had brought forth their demise. Their entire left and any entity left behind 60 feet deep under the surface of Lake Mead would have plenty reason to haunt the dam. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Um, I did not know that. So they're probably, I mean, I would imagine, especially back then, people didn't want to go. In the 30s, it's not like you just jump in your car and be like, hey, let's just go. I guess, I mean, you could, but I'm guessing a lot of people didn't have cars. I bet you people did pass away. And I'm sure that they haunt that location to this day. And we're going to talk about that right now, guys. as we get into the last bit of this. Hey, we're going long today. We're going long. Look at us. Look at us. All right, guys. What do we got here? Where am I? Oh, there we go. Sorry. Paranormal activity at the Hoover Dam. Workers at the dam have reported instances of tools going missing, equipment being tampered with, malfunctions occurring at roughly the same time. It's clear that these drowned poltergeists want to sabotage the Hoover Dam. Not all who rest at the bottom of Lake Mead are there because the dam's construction, but some are there by choice. Since 1935, it is estimated that over 100 people have jumped from some part of the Hoover Dam to their deaths. Wow, I did not know that. Even the Hoover Dam bypass bridge is frequently a site for suicide attempts. Their final act in this world. The bridge may have been free of any suicides for the first year and a half, but it didn't take long for that to change. 5 individuals over the next 2 years took their life at the bridge. Apparitions of the jumpers appear late at night, walking across the part of the dam where cars are no longer allowed to travel over. Unexpected workers are especially startled when spotting these apparitions, remembering that the public isn't allowed on the bridge after hours. Those who have plunged into the depths of Lake Mead, the largest manufactured lake in the world, or into the Canobrious basin where the canyon meets the dam and forever tied to the Hoover Dam. When the waters have receded, the reservoir dried up, and the rest of the world is crumbling, the Hoover Dam will still stand, even across the Arizona-Nevada line to begin its global destruction, or all ghosts rise beneath the waves. The dam will not fall. So the next time you visit, keep an eye out for any signs of hell taking over Earth. At least you would explain the weather we're having. All right, guys. So that was the Hoover Dam. And let's not talk about the bodies. The mob dropped in there. We're doing the mob theme. They're finding barrels of bodies. A lot of, if that's your final resting place, maybe that has a lot to do with it. Anyway, guys, that's some of your paranormalness of Las Vegas, mob style. Thank you for joining us on this Paranormal Tuesday. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Tomorrow, we got Weed Wednesday. In the morning, we're going to play Who Wants to Be a Stone Millionaire? That's right. Me and the Martian. We're getting crazy, guys. So join us. We're going to have a great, great time. And then at 4:20, we're going to party it down. You guys know how we do. I got that doctor's appointment, so I'll be on. So check me out. If I'm in the chat, I'll definitely be on the lives for sure, guys. I'll make time out for that. All right, man. You guys have a great day. Stay positive. Keep it lit. I appreciate each and every one of you. That was a fun one. That was a great one. All right, guys. Have a great day. Get on this antlers giveaway, guys. Antlers. Man, check that out. That's beautiful. Get in on that, guys. It'll look great in a frame. Put it up in the living room. That's right. All right. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Maybe I'll see you down at 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California, guys. I appreciate you. You guys have a blessed day. I will see you tomorrow, 7:10 a.m., guys. Thank you so much. We'll see ya.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
We'll see you guys.